going to be talking to us on the power of difference in your love life, the power of difference. Yesterday we spoke on the source of love, the source of marriage, and that when we when we engage in the things that are originated by God, we must find the God ways of engaging in such platforms. Many see difference as an enemy, whereas difference in a love relationship or in marriage is your real power. Difference is your real power. Your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend is not supposed to be like you. Stop looking for a female version of yourself or a male version of yourself. It sounds cute when you find a guy that maybe your houses are decorated the same way, gray couches, and when you meet and you realize that what he has is what I have. The curtains are the same, bought at the same place, driving the same kind of cars, and you feel like, this is a match made in heaven. That is the real cause of homosexuality. Because when women can't handle men, they want to handle each other. When men can't handle women, they want to be with each other. But the funny thing is that they behave like girls. I don't understand. If you want a girl, go for a girl. Don't go for a guy behaving like a girl. God did not make a man to look like the woman for a reason. Genesis 2 and verse 18. Genesis 2 verse 18. Let's be a little bit fast. I had to say that one. Just had to. I'm the one with the microphone. Genesis 2 and verse 18. And the Lord God said, look at what God is saying. The Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. When now ring how about the honyala, war mudimo na ring, na salem resente. Mudimari is not good, when are you are good. It is not good for a man to be. He wasn't talking about friends. He wasn't talking about mother or father. He said, I will make him a helpmeet for him. Portion of scripture that an average person knows. What is interesting with this portion of scripture is that Adam was busy doing life. He wasn't aware that it is not good. He was busy doing life. He never complained. Adam was willing to stay single. And he stayed single until God himself is the one who said, you need a helpmeet. When people are desperate, they look for companionship too early. Now watch this. Adam was naming animals. Lion, lioness. Not a rattan. Giraffe. What's the female giraffe? Giraffes. I did that one deliberately. Hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. For every animal, he saw male and female. But look at Adam. He never complained and said, what about me? He could have picked one of the animals and said, this is mine. Now, let me tell you, this is why I'm going with this story. Because desperation will make you to pick anything as long as you have companionship. Him not being desperate did not, he wasn't pushed into picking just about anything just for him to say, I have someone or something. A love relationship is not about having someone by you. It is about having a helpmeet and a leader that is meet. This is why some young ladies can be in relationships with people that they are not willing to submit to. But all you wanted was to be called a missus. You have someone, but you're not willing to submit to them. You have someone, but they don't look like a hero. You are not willing to subject yourself to their leadership abilities. You deem yourself to be smarter than him. So what are you doing here? You are with a woman that you look down on. You cut her off. You never want to give her the microphone to talk because, hey, no. Madi Rabanyan. Then why did you marry her? If you don't see her abilities and you don't see her as a helpmeet, you don't celebrate her intelligence, her brilliance, her beauty, her abilities, you are intimidated by her because you picked a companion, not a helpmeet. You were just about having a companion. You did not wait enough to find a woman that when you are with her, you can listen to her and you know that she speaks sense, the kind of sense that is appealing to you. If that woman is intimidating you, you are with the wrong person. You shouldn't have even brought her in. If you always have to, block her from making moves, why then did you bring her in? Adam was willing to be single and he remained single. Did his job, did his life by himself, and wasn't desperate to put just about anything in his life. Many who would say marriage is overrated, you'll be surprised that they are more sexually active than the married. Matara, what did you call it? 1-2-1-2. Friends with benefits. They want the benefits of marriage, but not the commitment of marriage. Ever since sex became so cheap, marriage has become very expensive. And troubles have become too abundant. We must believe and enforce the word of God as the final authority in our lives. In our love relationships and in our marriages, the word of God is the final authority. So when the scriptures come and say things like, don't be unequally yoked with the unbelievers, right? Most of the times you think that is about believer, unbeliever. You can be in the same church and believe different things. You may be believing different things about life, about love, about family, about who a woman is, about who a man is. So when the Bible says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, an unbeliever is somebody who doesn't believe what you believe. If you believe in prosperity and you find that somebody who doesn't believe in prosperity, even though they are born again, they are an unbeliever in that area, which is important to you. And so sometimes even in the church circles, we think as long as the brother is in the church, then we can hook up. He's a brother. He's born again. Not so. Not everyone in church is there. Some of the people that are in church are still healing. The narcissistic attitudes and attributes are still there. He's still working on himself. And sometimes people, let me go for you church folks. Sometimes you marry people that are relevant at church but irrelevant in life. He is such a prayer warrior. At church, we think anybody who gets this guy will be sorted. He's a prayer warrior, but he's so unromantic. He spiritualizes everything. Look. You can be a prayer warrior, but you are very broke. You can be a prayer warrior, but you can't hold a conversation. So I am this top class girl in the marketplace. I'm going for a gala dinner, and I don't feel like taking you because I know what's going to happen when you get there. 20 minutes into the whole program, you are bored, you want to go home. This is not your environment. This is not your scene. Prayer warrior. We are there, you are speaking in tongues. Because everything to you, there are demonic activities around. This is not a church conference. It's a gala dinner, corporate. They have brought a secular singer. He's singing. And you are there. You are like, demons are here. Don't be in a relationship or marry somebody you can introduce to your friends, your associates, and the people that you do life with. Not just at church. Same applies. You can marry somebody who's good for you in the marketplace. He's a mover and a shaker. But when you get to church, he's too bored by the program. He's too bored by the music. He's too bored by prayer. Yeah. Don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. And unbelievers there, remove it from people of Satan and people of God. It is a concept of believing. It is a concept. What do we believe? Can two walk together except they be agreed? The Bible will say. There are some men that are in the church and they believe that the day they marry you, they have found a house helper. So this is the end of him in the kitchen. This is the end of him in the laundry room. This is the end of him ironing clothes. This is the end. He just comes from work, sits down and wants you to bring food and say, Bafu. Yeah. That's his thought of who a woman is. You bath the kids, you do everything. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 23, talking to us about love and what God would have us to express when it concerns love. He says, for the husband is the head of the wife. Let's go back to the principles of God for love and for marriage. The husband is the head of the wife, not the head of every woman. Some of you who think that all the women are at your disposal. Women don't owe you submission, your wife does. Interesting enough, most women submit to their bosses more than they submit to their husbands. You are very obedient to your boss. Very obedient to your boss. But your husband, rebellious. Listen, the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. So the standard of headship has been defined to us. You are not the head for you to assume authority and full control. He says, as Christ is the head. Don't stop as you are the head, you are the head. That's not the statement. He said, as Christ is the head. So the next time a man says, it's a statement. So don't stop there. Full stop. Don't stop there. So if you want the authority that Christ has given, then you also must, or rather the authority that you must have in marriage, then you must be what Christ was. If you have not done what Christ has done, don't expect the benefits of Christ. We can't give you the salary and the benefits of a president when you are not the president. You'll be stuck in traffic like other people. But when the president comes, we move. Because he suffered before he entered the... The standard of how love must be done has been laid out. It is drawn from Christ. Women that don't get this kind of love, they want love their way. Ladies, the Bible never said you should be loved the way you want. No. He doesn't love me the way I want to be loved. There is no scripture that says that. He says, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church. He is the head, as Christ is the head. Now he must love as Christ loved. Not as you want to be loved. This is where confusions come in. Because we want to take pieces of God and then expand them our own way. We want to take husbands must love and we stop there. And so we extend it. This is how I want to be loved. Buy me flowers. The flowers are not a part of the love. They were not a part of the love. They were not. The reason why we have flowers and we still have relationships not working is because we have reduced an important thing to minor things. We have reduced the love that must be defined from Christ to little things of gifts. Take me out for a vacation. And what are we seeing? Even the people that have been taken for vacations, bought gifts, they still break up. To show you there is something wrong with the love that we thought is love. Let me even bring this here, though it's not a part of my teaching, the different kinds of love. From that song, there is the agape love, the unconditional love. There is what is called filio. Filio means friendship love. You and your friend. There is a love that is called eros. Eros means erotic love. I love it from the Greek because the Greek has greater meanings of words, over words. Now, when a man comes to you and say, I love you, ladies, those are the words that get you the most. I love you. He loves me. No. You might as well ask him, which one? Filio, eros, agape. Which one? Because some of the guys that told you they loved you, they meant I eros you. They didn't really love you with the love that wants to wife you. So he wasn't wrong. That's why after he slept with you, he went away and you cried. Men are dogs. After I gave him, that's what he's not a dog. When he said he loved you, he meant that he lusts after you. And so when he gets what the love that he professed to you, then he's out. He's not wrong. So which love do you mean when you say you love me? But because the moment he says I love you, when in your mind as a creature that must be a recipient of love, the moment he says love, you are the one who defines his words or his word to mean agape. And yet in his heart, he's thinking eros. He loves the figure. He doesn't love your person. So if you are coming with some Steve Harvey book of think like a what 90-day, wait him out 90 days. I will wait 90 days as long as I'll get some. But in the 90 days, another girl with a 90 lane. While I'm on the first month with you, the other girl is the third month. So it's not like that in the 90 days I'm waiting for you and I am, well, let's use this word, I am celibate. No, I'm just waiting for you to finish your probation. That's it. Be smart. Be smart. He said, love your wives as Christ also loved. It is not as you desire. So the ladies must know, how did Christ love the church? That's the question. When you understand how Christ loved the church, you will channel your expectations. The expectations of an average woman is based on what the social media is pushing out. Love is when he does this for me on Valentine. Love is when he does 1, 2, 3. There are things, there is something called love bombing. Love bombing. You meet this guy, he looks the ideal man. He will shower you with gifts, fast forward commitment. Go regular an apartment go tower within 1 week of a relationship. Or regular apartment. How Tanya or regular Mercedes Benz 8 class. Or Saturday or baby girl, we are going to Sonterena. How can your own father? What is Sonterino? You are just excited to be going there, only to get to the airport, fast track, business class, first class. What? And after he bombs you with love like that, boom, 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 boom. And then one day you are thinking he's such a nice guy. He says something and you are objecting to it. You see his eyes turning red. And you are wondering, why are you acting like that? It is the after all I have done for you. I got a say over, I bought you. What I say goes. So when you understand love from what the Bible calls it, as Christ loved the church, as a woman, you must understand it. How did Christ love the church? So that when I get into a relationship, I know what to expect from a man. Because this man is playing the role of Christ. Instead of being unreasonable with your demands, as a husband, you must also understand what kind of love did Christ offer the church. Men who don't understand this, you get into marriage, you are controlling, I'm the head of the family, my word is the final word. Yeah. Christ's love was anchored on three things, which I want to bring to your attention. These three things are protection, provision, and promises. I'll explain on them. Is my voice misbehaving? I'm hearing it. Wait, we'll sort it out. Praise the Lord. Christ's love is anchored on protection. Physical protection, emotional, mental protection, protection in every way. Protection in every way. The day a woman loses trust in that you will protect her, you have lost her. The day you can't give security to your woman, you have lost her. Listen very carefully. The reason women have had to double up on their roles, look out for themselves, is because they realize that they are not as protected by those who should protect them. Monayo is after what fits him and what fits him only. He is that selfish. It has been discovered that when women are manning homes, single parent homes, the children are 5 times more likely to commit suicide. They are 9 times more likely to drop out of school. They are 10 times more likely to be engaged in substance abuse. 14 times more likely for young boys to commit sexual abuse. 20 times likely to end up in prison. 32 times likely to run away from home. We need the protection of men over our homes. The confidence that a man brings into a home. The confidence that a man brings. The safety that a man brings. It has also been discovered that young girls who are raised in single parent homes, probably mama is dating Bra Steve. Today Steve passes by, 6 months later they broke up. She's dating, it's no longer Steve, it's Steven. The smell of various testosterones is what causes young girls to get into puberty early. Because she doesn't feel safe. And that triggers her. I read a book some years ago, The Teenage Tata. And in this book, the author interviewed some young boys, young men who have fathers, but ran away from, the responsibility. And they said, we were too young ourselves. If a girl says she's pregnant, what am I going to do with her? I don't even know what to do with the child. So they ran away. But how did they get into sexual activities? The pressure over the boy child to prove that you are a man. It is like some form of dignity, in quotes, for young men to sleep with multiple women, but for a young girl to be known that she slept with 5 guys, the same way the other guy slept with 5 ladies, he is seen as a real man, she is seen as a whore. For some of us, we need to unlearn some things we grew up with. Because you are born again, you are a Christian, you are married, but you are wondering, why do I keep leaving my marital home? It's eating you up. It's because you did not renew your mind. The boy in you, your girlfriend left you for a man with money. Now that you got the money, you think you can get any girl. And you are not aware that thing is seated at the basement of your heart. And that's just what is driving you. I've seen some men that their wives are not depriving them of sex, but they can't keep their zip closed. A single young man who's not yet in a relationship or married must build himself to be a protector. That a woman, even if she's not your woman, every woman must feel safe in your presence. If right now, say, you find on social media one of your friends on Facebook, it's her birthday. It's her birthday. Let's say tomorrow, it's her birthday. And then you send her a message and you say, happy birthday. I want to send you a gift. Give me your number. I want to e-wallet you. Right? Even though others will just give you the number just to get the money. Some young ladies, by virtue of what is there in the society, they may refuse to give you their details. Why would you want to give me the money? Umpatai. If you are driving out of this place and you see a young lady somewhere by the bus stop, you want to stop and say, let me give you a lift, I'll drop you off at your house. What if he runs away with me? What if he kidnaps me, abuses me sexually, and nobody will ever know where I am? In fact, if that young lady gets into the car, she may be recording every conversation. People today, they record, they go for interview, they go to meet somebody for business proposal, they record because you need evidence. Every man is a suspect. The moment you have beard, the moment you are called a man, you are a suspect. Even when you are married, because even the married are no longer as a safe place. Every man is a suspect. That works against the good man. You have good intentions, but you are treated like you are a suspect. Have you ever seen those moments where probably it's your lazy hair day, you are passing by, let's say, a restaurant that has an open space, and then somebody had their phone on top of the table, and when they see you, they move the phone to the other side because you look like you can snatch the phone and run away with it. How do you feel when you are made to feel like a suspect at all times? Build yourself as a young man. Build yourself to be a protector. That the way you look at women, the way you talk to them, your vocabulary itself must give them the peace that you are not in danger. You are not in danger. I don't have the muscles to abuse you. I don't have the beard to get out of you what I want and run away. Give that protection to your children. Let your young girl, let your young boy grow up knowing that being a man is a good thing. I've spoken before about the issue of psychological castration, where some single mothers being angry over their relationship with their ex-boyfriends, their baby daddies, they become toxic to their sons. Every day, your father is a deadbeat. Your father is this. Your father is that. This young boy grows up thinking, I don't want to be a man. Because the only definition of a man he has ever heard of is his father and the description that the mother gave. Let your children have the confidence of a man. Because you have built yourself to be a protector. Number two, build yourself to be a provider. So ladies, what do you expect out of men when we say this man loves you? We expect protection. How safe are you feeling around him? Can you express your opinions? Was it yesterday that Kito said, what was that thing about the pants? The pants store. He said, my friend. And then he sent man. Why want protection, the provision? 3 weeks married. Or 3 seconds. Any man that you are scared of being yourself around doesn't love you. The love that is of God gives protection. If you feel that I can't tell him this, I don't want to bruise his ego, he should be able to listen and hear you out. Tell him the truth. Engage in hard conversations. And his eyes don't turn red. He doesn't sweat at the tip of his nose. He doesn't start shaking like he's about to do you wrong. It's the reason why some guys can't date powerful women, whatever powerful means, because they are not protectors. So as a young lady, how do you know if this guy loves you? Or this is the true love? It is the love that protects. It's the love that is willing to see your weaknesses and your mistakes and doesn't make you to feel like you are an error in life. They protect your emotional dignity. It is the love that is full of provision. For God so loved the world that he gave his son. So Jesus came as a provision for the errors of the bride that he wanted. True love provides dignity. When we say men are providers, we have to understand what that means. Provision is not to be reduced to money only. You provide vision. You provide protection. You provide guidance. You provide spiritual covering. That's what provision is about. It is not supposed to be reduced to just material things, even though they are included, but we have amplified the material provision to mean that is all what a man is about. Our women are very industrious. They are very intelligent. They are pushers of life. Even if she makes more money than you, can you provide vision, guidance, direction, spirituality? So provision should not be reduced or limited rather to material things only. You provide security. You provide a home. And when we say a home, we don't mean a house. When I get off from my work and I go home, home is not a location. Home is a person. Home is an environment that you give to me. You provide safety. So if you are looking for, does this man have love? Then check yourself. Can he give direction? How decisive is he? Can he stand his ground? in what he believes. What are his values? If I'm getting into this relationship, what is the framework of this whole thing? Who are we going to be? If I'm to change my surname to your surname, when people know that I'm your girlfriend, what comes into their mind the moment they know that or they hear that I'm your girlfriend? Is he a disciplined man? Is he a focused man? Anybody that has related with him even before I knew him, when I'm introduced to this individual and probably my boyfriend has to go to the bathroom and I remain with this person, can they say some good things that, oh, you got a good man right here. You got a good man right here. And they can give you some stories that it may even be a female colleague who will say, this guy is the sweetest guy at work. Not sweet as in like he's weak. He's very strong, firm, but decisive. He knows his values. As a young man, build yourself to be a provider. The book of 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8, it says, if any man does not provide for his household, he is worse than an infidel. How much of a provider are you? You know, this is very key because the scriptures, they amplify the man to be a provider and not a taker. But the 21st century men, they are not in relationships. These ones are in contracts. I do, you do, you do. These ones can scam you. They are scammers. Gentlemen, we must restore the dignity of what it means to be a man. How can you abuse a woman because you say, I built a house for her, I did so much for her, now she wants to leave me? Yeah, you're supposed to have done all those things. You did well. Don't wash it down by misbehaving because she's leaving. Finally, love is anchored on promises. Jesus came promising us salvation. Remember, love as Christ loved the church. He came promising us salvation, promising us that our greatest challenge in life, he will sort it out for us. What was our greatest challenge as human beings? Sin. And Jesus said, I am willing and I will do it for you. Boy, oh boy, did he do it? He did it to the extent of losing his life just so he can make his promises a reality. Promises are about vision. A man with a vision, he will sell you the vision more than he sells you what he has as a material thing. See, an average woman goes around with men that they don't even know what this guy is all about. When I met my wife, I literally had nothing, but I had a vision. She was earning 10 times what I was earning. I got to discover later on. But I was not out to, okay, will I afford this girl? An average guy right now, their greatest challenge for not going after the young ladies that they may think they are interested in, their greatest challenge is, can I afford her now? You are intimidated by women that are not materialistic, but because your little head thinks that when you make more, you are man enough. Promises are more powerful than what you already have, because the only thing you can achieve is a promise of tomorrow. What you have now, you can lose it. If all you have is the material things you got, you have no future. The future is about promises. Why? Today's realities are the promises of yesterday, the ideas of yesterday, and the ideas of today, the promises of today are what is going to become the reality of tomorrow. So when I met First Lady, all I had was a vision. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm doing in life. How do you do it? Intelligent questions were asked. Mr. Man, how do you make money as a pastor? Where will you get money from? Do you take a salary from the church? Intelligent questions were asked. Instead of enjoying the benefits of a man you don't even know where he's getting money from, you are in a relationship with a gangster, a drug dealer. When you just like flying private, flying and driving around with red seats in the car, that's all you are enjoying. You don't know where it's coming from. He comes and spends the night over at your house, hides drugs in your ceiling. Your house is the distribution center. You are not aware. You are not aware. You are not aware. But you just like what is bringing. Never allow love to blinden you. True love is detail-oriented. True love will ask questions. Remember, I spoke about perfect love and honest love yesterday. God and only God can provide perfect love. Mankind, the best we can provide is honest love. Honest love is the love that acknowledges where it is. I have these challenges. I am here. I am willing to work on myself. I accept where I am wrong. I accept where I am strong. And I am willing to be counseled, to be directed, to be corrected. That is honest love. Honest love will not tell you, I make 6 figures when you make 3 figures. Yeah. You'll be surprised that the things that you think your boyfriend owns, they are not his. Every time you say, can I come over at your house? He tells his brother, I have guests. Please, can I? I just remembered something. Hey, Freddie, I just remembered something. I won't talk about it. It's your story. It's Freddie's story. You'll be surprised that the car that your boyfriend is driving, every time you say, let's meet, he's asking his friend for the car. Pastor Latine is laughing because he just remembered. Jennifer, you are the MC. We thank God for your life. That's a very... You should ask the MC to tell you her story, okay? It's not mine to tell. It's for her. Yeah. When you are thinking, this guy works at this office, it's not his office. Be honest. I make 3,000 pula a week or a month. Be honest. So that when we are growing, we know where we are growing from. When I met First Lady, we didn't have a car. She didn't have a car. I didn't have a car. And then we got married. And I remember the first car that God blessed us with, a very old Toyota car. I've never seen somebody excited over something. I wasn't excited over the car because it looked old, but the way she loved it. Because this is an honest achievement of us. It's an honest achievement. We never went out for honeymoon. We have never had a honeymoon. We got married on Saturday. Sunday I was preaching. I'm telling you, we didn't even sleep at the hotel. We slept at your mother's and father's house. We slept there. In the morning, we went to church. After Obala did the gifts. Because I was the only pastor that time. Sunday, we went to church. We preached at church. That's it. How much money did we have to afford a honeymoon? Didn't have the money to have. The life will be honeymoon as God blesses us. Life is in faces. Men are in sizes. My mentor and my father would say that. There is nothing wrong with starting where you are starting. Be honest about it. Don't lie. I am a beast in bed. We will know whether you are a beast or you are bewitched. Okay, I didn't say that one. Please, media, please. The love of Christ is anchored on promises. Jesus promised salvation. He kept the picture of the family that he wanted to have. That I want you to be my bride. And this is how I'm going to go about it. Jesus acknowledged, I know you will make mistakes, but I forgive you in advance. See, he did not make those promises because you also made promise that if you save me, I will never do wrong. He said, it's my choice. It's my decision. You don't leave your spouse because of their errors. You live because you never came as an individual with certain promises of who you are. Sir, even in the West, if you have promised yourself, I will never discard my wife. Even if your wife was to sleep with another man, it has nothing to do with what she will do, but everything to do with what you have vowed to yourself. Many people enter marriages, they have not vowed anything to themselves. You don't love your husband. You are only as good as there are no challenges. The mindsets that you grew up with, some young ladies, the pleaser. Now, you used sex as a tool from when you were a teenager. That no, don't give a guy too soon. If you give him, he will run away. So now sex is a tool for best behavior. Come and see what will be happening on Saturday. A lot of people have been in relationships. I will give him the best gift on Saturday. So sex has been used as a reward. Your husband buys you a car. You say, I will reward you later. Later you are wearing a lingerie. With music in the background. So now sex is a reward. So the day your husband has misbehaved, what happens? No sex. Sex is a punishment and a reward. Learn how to deal with issues and still remain intact on what must be done. If we have a pending issue, it does not take away the intimacy in marriage. You will still have the sex when you have not yet sorted that issue. After the hormones have, that's when you will have objectivity. You love your wife, your emotions are not high and all of that. You discuss it correctly. Yeah. Why are you denying each other sex? Because there is an issue that is pending. So for the next 3 months until this thing is sorted, no sex. And you say you are in a marriage. You are not in a marriage. What promises as a man are you able to put up? Can you envision a better future and keep achieving? The life that we have right now with my family is the life I promised when I had nothing. It was the other day that Nandi Madida was on the podcast with El Tido. And she was talking about the husband, Zakes Bantwini, how when they met, Zakes was already known, a celebrity. So when they met, she's introduced to Zakes. She knows Zakes already. Oh, hi, I love your music. And Zakes looked at her and said, I love you. She's like, I didn't think that you would even have a crush on me. But from that time, whatever promises that Zakes Bantwini made to her, she said, he has fulfilled them promises. And that's all that mattered to me. See, some of you are not fighting in marriages or relationships. You are fighting over unmet promises, unfulfilled promises. You told me you will protect me always. But when your mother shouted at me, you didn't stand up for me. When your siblings came over to the house and they dirtied the house and said, I got a cleaner, you didn't stand up for me. When I lost my job and there was no money as a man, I couldn't bring anything in the house, I was made to feel like a servant in the house. I lost my dignity as a man. You told me that you are going to be submissive. I didn't ask you for it. You said we will forever respect each other. But the moment I didn't have money, you never respected me. You never respected me. This brings me to another point of what is called gender dialect. Gender dialect. Gender dialect is about the systematic differences in how men and women speak And it encompasses the usage of words, the structuring of sentences, and the association to the words. Like what some years ago, I think 2 years ago, Apostle Mohamed Kabelo came over here and he said, if a young man grew up in a poor family, a poor background, and the only relish they had in a cabbage, the moment he becomes something good and is able to afford a good life, and he's married to this young lady who came from maybe an average or a balanced family, who knew that cabbage in a lidikota. But to this other young man, cabbage is associated with what? Poverty. But somebody understands, cabbage is not poverty. It's a nutritious vegetable. So there are words that when we don't understand gender dialect, a person can use certain words. You have your way of interpreting them, whereas they meant a different thing to themselves. See, difference must work for us and not against us. Women often use rapport talk to build intimacy and to build support, empathy, sharing of feelings, whereas men use report talk. This is very key. To convey information, to analyze issues, and to solve problems. Men come with facts. When women talk, they express emotion. When men talk, they are giving feedback. See the difference? When you don't understand that, you'll be wishing that your man can be like you, your woman can be like you. I've always given this example. If a woman wants to go out to eat, she will say, I'm hungry, let's go out and eat. Where do you want to eat? See, a man. Where do you want to eat? What's the reply of a woman? I don't know. Look at the men, because men are always thinking solutions. Women are thinking experiences. What do you feel like eating? I'm not sure. Maybe Chinese or pasta. Can I see food? Madam, decide. You see now, he's getting worked out because in his mind, by the time you tell me you are hungry, you want to eat, you should know what you want to eat. By the time a woman says, I want a new car, she doesn't even know which car. By the time a man comes to you and tells you, babe, I'm thinking that you should buy a car, he has already been to the bank. He has already been to the car dealership. He knows what his possibilities are, what he can afford. And he's telling you, men are report filled. Women are emotions, attachment filled. When we don't understand this, we miss each other. Women focus on closeness and similarity, seeking connection, whereas men emphasize independence and difference. It has been said that men love better from afar. Women love better at a close range. That's why women will forward the idea of onyalaling. They are not wrong. Women love at a close proximity. Men love. Yeah. So when your man wants some space, it's not that he doesn't like you. It's not that he doesn't like you. When your woman feels clingy, she's not clingy. That's how they love. A woman was born into companionship. By the time Eve was planted in the garden, she found a man. By the time Adam was planted in the garden, he had nothing that looked like him. Men rejoice in achievement and competition. Yeah. That's why when men give you money, they feel like they have achieved, because money represents their sweat, work, recreation. And then your woman will say to you, "No, I don't care about your money, I want you." I am my money. I just want you. How you are losing us at the expense of going to work? A man thrives on what he achieves by the work of his hands. That gives him dignity. It's not about the family, it's about him. It gives him dignity. A man will thrive on having a good car. A woman thrives on having a good house. I I can rent a one-roomed house, driving a Range Rover. I'm happy. I don't drive this car. I don't drive the house, rather. Maybe how, and I will ask questions like, how many hours do I spend in the house? But how many hours do I spend in the car? It's about the experience. Yeah. That's how men think. If you don't understand that, you will always be clashing. The idea is not to say, remain in your difference and I remain in mine. The idea is understand our difference. Women love hugging. Men don't care. Have you ever seen men hugging each other? They don't hug. It's shoulder to shoulder. Shobrayaga. Women, they do their arms like this. Come over here. Eva popotan. Oh. Eva rian. After popota, waraba. And then they leave each other. Look at each other in the eyes. Show me this is you. Oh. Like what? An average man here feels suffocated by a hug. Because by the time you want to let go, she's still enjoying herself. You know that moment where you are hugging your wife, and then you can feel like, on your shoulder. For now, it's like it just started. When you are thinking we're about to finish, we have just started. And you hear the way she says, like this is home. That's not the case with men. I dare you ladies, go for days without initiating a hug towards your husband. He may never realize you have not hugged for 3 months. He may never realize. We are not going to turn men into women, but we are going to bring an understanding. Yes, do hug, but be mindful that this being is not a hugger. So I'm not going to suffocate it. You also don't deprive the hugging. Women use more words that are emotional, with emotional relation, open questions during arguments, whereas men become passive and logical. Men use words that makes you to drive away from emotional attachments. That's why when you talk to a man, he wants to bring facts. A woman wants to bring feelings. How did she feel when that happened? And then a man will bring a fact. Kana me baby kine ketente li emoji kuspar next serious. Wana utaso author with side effects. Mosadu tisa gore how did that message make her feel? The man is bringing the facts and men have evidence. I can tell you a man will shut you off with evidence because you don't have the evidence of how you felt. But he has the evidence of the message he sent. Let me give you an example that I've seen many men make the mistake of. Your woman can look at you talking to another girl, even if it's the first time you meet the girl, and she'll tell you, I don't like that girl. And it's the first time you are meeting her, first time. You just even greet her and talk for 2 minutes. And your woman, your girlfriend will say, I don't like that girl. Let me tell you the response of a man. Oh, babe, I just got to meet that girl. There is nothing happening. Right? Good. 3 days later, the woman will come with a conversation. You know that girl? And you're like, you are still on that case. Like I just met her for the first time. We spoke for 2 minutes. There is nothing happening. Because there is no evidence. The woman is using her sixth sense. There is something she felt when you shook hands. But because there is no evidence, she can't say walk away. And maybe it's your new business partner. And you say there is nothing happening. 2 years later, what she felt 2 years before becomes a reality. 2 years later. And you know what now breeds the secrecy? The fact that you can't go back to her and say, can that girl hit on me? Because you don't want the I told you so. So because you don't want the I told you so, what do? You keep it secret. The more you keep it secret, the higher the chance that this secret can turn toxic. Listen to your woman. She doesn't speak facts. But she has been wired by God to feel things that you may never feel. Men always wake up when trouble is here. A woman can see trouble from afar. From afar. Many of your troubles, gentlemen, you know your wife warned you. Your girlfriend told you before that I'm not into this industry, but hey, that your friend, hey, baby, no. You know, our lawyers went through all the documents. Lawyers, no problem. No problem, lawyers. Listen to this as I close. A common conflict occurs when a woman views sharing her feelings as an essential form of intimacy, while a man may view the same conversation as if the woman is reporting herself. And so when the woman is sharing her feelings, the man wants to bring solutions. You see, we like being heroes. Boys are built to be heroes. There are things that a woman can tell you. She's not asking for answers. She just wanted you to listen. And after listening, she cries. After crying, you hug. After hugging, you go out and eat. But the moment you talk to a man, already he's thinking of, how can we solve this thing? Let me tell you, I'm not preaching to you something that I read somewhere. I'm preaching to you something that I've been through. Something that I've been through. When a woman is crying, it's not that anything is worth crying. That's who they are. Women are emotional, men are logical. That difference should never be undermined. When she's crying, you may not cry, but you may sit down with her. And just sit down. If you walk away and say, I will come back when you are done crying, you have now opened a wound of abandonment. Wherever you are, the volume of the cry will increase. Hear me, I'm crying. Women cry when they are happy. They cry when they are sad. They cry when they don't know. If you don't understand that, I said something important yesterday. That when women reach their 30s, their libido goes up, even higher than the ones of the men. Yeah. But after that, probably my 14, 39, 38, it starts going down. Yeah. When I wish I had sent them the graph. That graph is scary. That menopause period, if you don't understand it, you'll be demanding things that don't exist as a man. There are days in a month when your wife is more demanding of you. If you are not available, you will fight battles that you don't know where they come from. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's your problem. But the women know what I'm talking about. Some of you ladies, you don't understand what rejecting a sexual advancement from a man means to him. What should he do with it? What should he do with it? Sex to a man is not just a pleasure. It's not. It's not. It's dignity, sir. It's dignity. It's honor. Sex, hey, Pastor KB, he's like, I'm telling you, it's dignity, it's honor. I chose you not to be rejected. How can a person be angry that I said no? Can I just, my sister, you don't understand. You don't get it. And we are not going to ask you to forget about it. But you don't get it. The difference of men and women must be understood so as to respond accordingly to each other. We are never going to be the same, but understanding our difference is what will enable us to at least try, to at least understand and reach out. The Bible says to men that you must dwell with women in knowledge. Most men cry of disrespect in what women see as expressing themselves. The woman was talking about maikuto, mahoko godimo, monna you are disrespecting me. The woman is thinking, I'm pouring myself out. The man is not listening because you are talking over me. You are raising your voice. And then he keeps quiet. And those men will say, it is not what she said. It is how she said it. No, she could have said that thing, I don't mind it. But the way she said it, the story is told of a man, I close. The story is told of a man and a woman. This woman was making a little bit of money, more than the husband. So she saw a house that she called the agent and she was told the price while she was driving home. And she realized that I think we can afford this house. Only to get home, and you know what she said? She said to the husband, I don't like this house. Talking about their house. I don't like this house. We can live a better life. I found another house. I think we can afford it. You know, word association. When you say you don't like this house, all my life to afford us. Whether we are renting or what, but I worked myself out. I worked, Lona, I'm not coming there again. I worked myself out to afford us this. And then you talk about it like it's nothing. The man was not hearing. Now, this man became resistant to the idea. So this woman goes for counseling and tells the pastor, this is what I said to my husband. How can he not? I'm a supportive wife. Look at what I even said to him. I'm willing to do this. She's thinking she's a positive contributor. The pastor said, what did you say you said? I told you I don't like this house. We can buy a better house. In fact, from my salary. The man of God said, mistake number one. You made him to feel like what he afforded you is nothing. How would it be if you had presented it like this? My husband, you are going places. You are going far places. You have worked hard to afford us the best. And we have enjoyed this house. We have built memories here. We have built memories here. You know, we have one garage here. I think the way we are going, God will give us more cars. We need a house with a double garage or three, more space, you know. Yeah. I think you are talking. I think you are talking. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, ladies, hear and hear very well. Learn how to present your cases in suggestive form. Simple. It may look somehow, but the minds of the people you are married to, when you talk and say, let's buy this, I have enough money, their heads don't think like that. Their heads don't think like that. Even the educated men, they don't think like, the moment you say, I've often given a story, the example of the story, that it's really a story of a gentleman. In that story, the woman got a better job, said to the husband, my husband, I think it's time to buy a house. Like toiletry and she even said toiletry and other small things. So we can use my salary to buy the house and Hoka deduct you from me. Baby girl meant well. Baby girl meant well, but baby girl structured. Remember, gender dialect is about the structuring of words and sentences as well. The man felt intimidated and terrible. He had terrible friends. Talked to his friend or this girl and the guy said, yeah, and I will never forget. This thing happened like many years ago. The guy said, "Mo contain," and he used his fist like this. From that day, that man started abusing his wife, even deciding what she must wear, going to work, and all of that, what she must use the money for, how she should, why are you spraying cologne? You want to smell nice for who? He would even go to work and embarrass her at work. Yeah. We don't condone abuse. But I can tell you, the mind of these human beings that are called men is wired to be the head of the family. When you speak in suggestive form, I may even just ask here, if you have a house helper that is commanding you, how will you feel? If your house helper is commanding you and she's telling you things that it's your house helper. Your house helper. If your house helper is doing, how would you feel? This person must be my helper. She's here to help me. Where do you miss English? And God said, I will make him a helpmeet. You are a helper, not a commander. So wisdom is profitable to direct. The most, I will use this word, gentlemen, allow me. The most stupid creation I've ever seen from God is called a man. And I can tell you why I say that. The easiest creation to control is a man. But when you come at his level, you can't control him. The only things that are called to submit are powerful things. You are too powerful that if we are to be allowed to run loose, you will destroy this man. So God said, for the sake of this creature I've made, submit. The day a man is threatened that you are manning up as a woman, he now treats you like a man. Use wisdom. Let me tell you, you can study this. Women have been discovered to be more wiser than men, but they don't use their wisdom to get to the foolish man. They use their wisdom thinking that they can fight. You can't fight authorities. The day you want to show your boss that you know, he will sabotage your promotion. Be wise. You can't always embarrass your boss in front of staff members. No matter how stupid your husband is, there is a way to bring him to wisdom without him feeling stupid. In suggestive man, you don't like the way he dresses, suggest that, the other, use AI, take his picture, put a suit on him and say, look how you are on a suit. This is my husband. But this thing that you are like, now I apparently keep a why can you talking like that will get anywhere? It won't. It won't. It's easy to control a man. Submission is the way. It's easy for your woman to play at the palm of your hand. Love is the way. Women can deprive themselves of their purpose for the sake of a man who loves them. A woman can lose anything if she is sure you love her. If you have a problem with your wife following you, she's not sure of your love. So her rebellion is her protecting herself. Those guys have worked. By the time a woman gets a loan for a boyfriend, that guy has worked in love. It's very easy for a woman to do anything, just love her as Christ loved the church. It's very easy for a man to look like a little puppy, just submit to him. Make him feel like he's a lion. That's how he will become a puppy. There is nothing that a man can give you. Nothing. All the money. Let me tell you, I'm trying to close. The people that do this work very good are terrible girls. You see, bad girls. Bad girls know how to play submission. Bad girls know how to play submission. I'm talking about these gold diggers, these influencers. They know how to play this game of submission. I read a story some years ago about a prostitute. That lady said, in South Africa, she said, when a man comes to a prostitute, some of them don't even come for sex and all of that. No. The man will book a room in a hotel, take a prostitute there. They won't even engage in sex. When we get there, he'll just say, when I'm rubbing his shoulders and his feet, the man just relaxes. That's all he wanted. And he pays as if we have had sex. And she said, this man can pay anything. People think that men who buy prostitutes, they buy almost every girl out there. No. Most of them, they stick to one woman. That's the girl they pay for. And she said, the reason why they come is because when I'm with my client, I make it about him. How do you want it? This young lady says, the man keeps coming back because I ask her, how do you want the sex? It's not about me, it's about you. I am here to help you. You are the one who is stressed. How do you want it? And that man keeps coming. Why does he keep coming? Because he's made to feel like a king. When he gets home, how do you have school fees? Now I why is your tamudimo? Can't I get you settle the alarm phone in Yahoo? You settle alarm tamudim. And then he gets there in the bedroom, he wants to touch. The day a man feels like he's in control, he has lost control. Make him feel like he's in control. Your husband likes sex too much as long as you deprive him. If you give him more, you realize that he doesn't like it. One of my guys here said when he got married, because of the background where he grew up in, they never had fruits, apples, nothing. The first week, the wife bought apples and all of that. He said he finished the entire bag in one day. The wife complained that, you finished everything. He said, no, keep buying. Dita and tapia along the way. And the wife kept buying. You know, even with your children, the things you never buy too much, the day you buy them, they finish in one day. Give your husband too much sex, he will not demand much. You see, the things that you deny are the things that you are curious of wanting more. They are the ones you are curious of. Women are not gold diggers. Give her your entire salary. See what she will do. She will not demand from you. It's very simple. Hey, they like this one. No, it's very simple. Now, listen to this. Listen. When your wife does not know how much you make, she will look like she's making demands because she doesn't know how much you make. So as far as she's concerned, you have all the money. My mother once said something to us. She said, if a child is stealing money in the house, put him in charge of the money. He can't steal the money you gave to him to take care of. If you give your wife to be in charge of all the monies, that's when she will realize how much the extent of the things of the house, how much is needed. So she will also decide, how often do I do hair? Now that the money is with you, she will be changing hairstyles every week and be now you'll be saying she's demanding. There was a time in our house, my wife was controlling all the money. I will be asking for money, asking for this, asking for that. And then table stand. Now, I think the last 2 years or something, or 3 years, I've been the one that is in charge. Mr. Man, there is nothing I've done for myself. Because when I feel like doing something and I did not understand what she meant that time. Now, hear this. I close with it. Hear this. So I will say to my wife, you have all the money. Whatever you need. You want to go and buy clothes? You want to do your hair? You have the money too. She said, no, when I have the money, I'm thinking of household stuff. So I thought to myself, that doesn't make sense. I've given you all the money to use at will, whether household or personal. It's up to you. And then when the money was with me, like now, the money is with me. I can't even buy myself anything. Because when I'm thinking I have to pay school fees, when I'm thinking I have to petrol, when I'm thinking grocery, when I'm thinking this one, when I'm thinking that one. Now for a moment I understood what she was going through. One day, put yourself in your husband's shoes. That if you were the husband and you are responsible for all these things, you will be surprised that your husband is a good man. If you think women shout when they are preparing kids for school, just do it for 1 week. Do it for 1 week. Just do it for 1 week. Try to bath them and dress them. By the time you come from the bedroom, let's go. The one that was wearing the shirt has motor all over the shirt. Now you have to change her. And now to change her, you have to iron the shirt because it was not ironed yesterday. You are the one who is in charge of ironing. Your wife is a good woman. I'm telling you. Until you walk in their shoes, you may not understand. So, my beloveds, to enjoy our love lives, sometimes it's simple. The only way to be in their shoes is to get it from them. You will never be a woman. So trust what your woman is saying. If your woman says, I get tired, she gets tired. If your man says, I'm overwhelmed, he's overwhelmed. Little things make a difference to different people. One of the moments in my life that I will never forget, we were preparing for Night of Wonders on a Friday. That whole week I'm shut up in my study room, praying and preparing for the Night of Wonders. The play area for the kids was behind my study room. So they came from school, they are playing behind there and they are making noise. I will not open the window and tell them to keep quiet. I heard my wife saying, don't play that side, go to the other side. Daddy is in the study room. She didn't tell me that she's going to do that. I can tell you this, because of what I was doing, that thing felt so important to me. She told the children, Daddy is in the study room. Go and play on the other side. She didn't give me a billion pula, even though I will appreciate it. But she didn't give me a billion pula, but she gave me the peace. Sometimes it's not that we are overbearing. The fact that I want to get home and find food instead of shouting about food. Did you tell me the guy? You wonder if you are married or not. Little things that your wife doesn't have to bother with petrol. Every day you take the car, you fill it up for the week. Those little things that you don't even know where the plates are in the kitchen because your wife has put a system that ensures that everything is on point. Let's not use difference to fight. Let's use difference to complement each other. And so the assignment to every one of you, single, married, in a courtship, about to get married, your assignment is this. Don't be in a relationship with a gender you don't know, you have not studied. Go and study women as a man. How do women process? It is said that when a woman feels safe in the hands of a man, she uses one side of her brain. I'll tell you what I mean by that. When I'm not around in the house and my wife probably sees a gecko or whatever it is, she will, or a cockroach, let's say a cockroach, she will man up and kill it. When I'm around, baby, babe, I'm thinking a lion has entered the house. Baby. Go and study the species called men. How are they like? Study their mental makeup. Study how they feel, how they process. Because you are going to be dealing with one. You know why you even much more must study this? Because you may give birth to a son. The only way to contribute to your son's life is when you have studied men for the sake of your husband. Now you transfer the same to your boy. I've learned how to parent my daughters through my wife. If she's buying things that are 300 pula for the face, the thing why can't you use the same soap for the body on your face, on your head? So she's buying something of 400 too. You say cleanser, whatever, for your face. And then now our first daughter comes across. She becomes a teenager. All of a sudden, she wants to buy the same thing. Wow. Let me tell you, I understand why lobola is paid to the man, to the lady's family. The girl child is expensive, guys. 4 of them, last year December, they were going to do their hair for us to go for Christmas and to do their hair. I won't tell you how much it costed. When I was told that this is how much you are to send, I took a deep breath. Now I understand why Riduela Bokhadi ko ngwana mosimane o cheap o beola letwa diela le gone mo lapeng obo hit. Wa ngwanyana that I'm doing this one, I'm doing that one, and they start all this routine of skin care because puberty just hit a person 30 seconds. All of a sudden she's mindful of, oh, my skin, I want a lip gloss. I learned to parent my girls through my wife. Go and study the people of the opposite gender. If you have not studied them, you have no right to want to be with one of them. Many things that you are fighting about, if you understood, you would not be fighting. Your husband is not that he's not interested. Baby, how was your day? Fine. How did the deal go? Good. I did a study some years ago. A girl child starts talking faster than a boy child. And a child starts talking based on what they hear. So, if a child is not hearing, but the other side of Raoud means what? Naughty. My wife, I did not know. She was scared of having boy kids. She said they are naughty. She never told me. I only learned it on our 4th child. No one else, not natural. Yeah, we must talk. She has always had a fear of having a boy child. You just never, hey. And I can tell you till today, even though we have 4 girls and we are done having children, even when she sees like Pastor Latire's child, Caleb, running around, he can fall down and get up and still move. My wife will say, Wabona, 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 Wabona. Yeah. Let our difference work for us. Praise the Lord. So go and study this difference for you to understand your husband, your wife, your love life, and how you are to position yourself to relate with the people of the opposite gender.